it is actually given in earlier parts. Alright? What is the term least squares? Let's look at the solution here. If you want to talk about y on x, you are, can you have attention? If this is x, this is y, then if you draw a regression line, you are minimizing this PQ square, correct? Correct? This distance, you are minimizing this error. If, don't copy it. If you want to talk about x or y, there are two ways to look at it. Can you have attention? There are two ways to look at it. You could have said this is x, this is y, and then you minimize this distance, still this distance because I swapped the quantities. Or you could have said this is y, this is x. You are actually minimizing these squares, PQ squares. Follow what I'm saying? So there are two ways to look at it. So this diagram, figure A, this is figure A, okay? Figure A should look like this, where you are minimizing PQ squares. Figure A. Cannot. Yeah, just draw lah, just PQ, yeah, quite easy. But notice that this is x, this is y, can you label it properly? Alright? Now, if it is x on y, what are you minimizing? There are two ways to do it. Okay, there are two diagrams that you can draw, okay? You can either have this. If you continue to say this is x, this is y, then your figure B should be minimizing these distances, the horizontal distances. Horizontal distance squared. Or your figure B could look like this. If you decide to say this is x, this is y, then your dots are like that. You are still minimizing this PQ square. Follow what I'm saying? Follow what I'm saying? You are still minimizing this PQ square. That means P1, Q1, P2, Q2, P3, Q3, P4, Q4, P5, Q5. You follow what I'm saying, right? Either way works. But notice the labeling of the axis is important. Follow? Okay, whichever one you want to look at. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's solve the thing. Delegates who travel by car to a statistics conference are asked to report distance traveled and time taken. D and T. Question. They want us to calculate the linear product correlation coefficient. This one by GC, quite easy. Done. Here, 0.984. This one given. The question comes here. State with a reason whether it's appropriate to use the regression line E on T. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now you want to find T given D. Now you look at your flow chart on page 9. Your flow chart on page 9 tells you which regression line to use. Of course, they were using X and Y. Now D and T. Same thing. Have attention, please. Look up. The question asks us whether we should use this D or T regression line to do this. In order to answer this question, we must know whether there is a clear-cut independent or control variable. Right? We must understand whether there is. Now, if you look at the question very, very carefully, read the question carefully. How was the data collected? You see? Delegates who travel by car are asked to report the distance they travel and the time taken as a pair. So every delegate, I ask delegate A, you tell me what is your distance, what is your time. Delegate B, what is the distance, what is your time. You only report as a pair. There is no clear-cut independent or control variable. You have not controlled the D, you have not controlled the when you correct the data. For one thing, one more time, the delegates were asked to report the time and the distance as a pair of ordered pair of data. There is no control variable. So when there's no control variable, and you want to find T given D, what regression line should you use? You should use T on D, not D on T. You look at flow chart page 9. Correct? You look at the left hand side, there is no clear control variable. And now, because you are given distance equals 100, you want to find T, you should use the regression line T on D, not D. So the comment here is it appropriate? No, it's not appropriate. Clearly, it's not appropriate. Okay? What are that? Clearly, it's not appropriate. So now, in order to find T given D, you have to use this regression line T on D. I don't want to go through how you're going to do it, okay? You just enter into GC by GC. You should be able to find the regression line. This is just by GC. And then you substitute D equals to 100 inside. You should get a value of the time taken.